Our last challenge number 31, is about painting on wet. Now this is most commonly used in with watercolor, but you can also use it with acrylic paint to create different effects. That means that your sheet or canvas or whatever you're working on, and you first cover areas with a wet brush before you start painting. Now the trick here is that the paint will flow as it reaches, especially the area that's already wetted. The paint will flow in that area and create different effects. And this is also something you need to experiment with and see what is possible and what effects you want to create. Let's look at some examples. For example, here you can see a landscape with trees were drawn. And you can see the effect of the trees where the green and the yellow meets and how the green flows into the yellow, and that was because it was painted on a wet surface. So obviously if you have already a wet surface with another paint color, it will flow into that, or you can just use it, the original surface, like maybe the sky, just by painting it with water, a little thin layer. Not too wet. Obviously you need thick paper if you're doing this, otherwise the paper will just make all these waves that will make it difficult to paint on, and it will not look that good. Here's another example of flowers, and again you can see how the color flows into the other colors here. And if you don't control it well, or if it's too wet, it will flow too much and mix too much, and then it's messy. So you need to experiment a bit and try and see. And here you can see especially backgrounds are nice. If you make it a little wet and then add some color, it flows more evenly. You won't see strokes, and it usually is a lighter effect, and it's often very good, like I said, to use with backgrounds. Here you can also especially see how the different colors flowed and touched and interacted with one another. Lastly, you can see the sky was used for that. Especially it creates wonderful soft effects if you paint on wet or even on another color. And like I said, you can do it with watercolor, but also with acrylic is also possible. Try it, experiment with it, and that is the challenge.